Hi guys, Bobby with Clemons Boats. Today I'm going to go over this 2023 219 TFX. Talk about how I won 20 grand in a tournament out of this rig right here. All right guys, we're going to start up here at the bow. As you can see how aggressive this keel, this boat tracks and trolls extremely well. Wherever you point this boat, it's going to go. As a matter of fact, when I take people on test rides, a lot of guys will make hard turns to try to get this boat to blow out, and it won't. It will throw you out of the seat before this blows out. If you turn the wheel at 50 miles an hour, you're going to turn. That's important when you're trolling, because if you get a wind like today, the wind's kind of going across, the aggressiveness of this keel is going to keep that boat pointed in the direction where you want to go, which is very important when you're trolling. Move to the back here. You see this massive Verado. It's a V10. And it is sweet. It gets on plane effortlessly. You just put that thing in gear about a quarter throttle and you are up and on plane instantly. Add the zip wakes to that, which help. You can put it in auto mode and it will automatically deploy, and then as you get on plane they retract, which is also nice. You can put it in manual mode, so if you have a heavier load on one side than the other and your boat's kind of listing, you can correct that, or you can leave it in auto mode and it will self-correct itself. I personally like to run it in manual mode most of the time because I like to make the boat do what I want it to do. If you look at the prop on this thing, video probably doesn't do it justice, but it is massive. It has the AMS, which is the advanced midsection, which helps absorb vibration over, like say, a Pro XS or a non-Verado model. Power steering. It really makes this boat ride smooth. It's quiet. It's very fuel efficient. You don't have to put premium fuel in it like you did the old supercharged V6 Verado. And then the 15 horse. We went with a 15. A 9 would push this boat just fine, but the 15 has a larger alternator, so it puts out more amps to help keep your batteries charged while you're on the water. All right guys, we are topside on this 2023 219 Yar Craft. We'll start at the back of the boat here. As you can see, it's powered by a 400 V10 Verado. That will push this boat. I've had it in the 70s. I've had actually 4 people plus myself, 30 walleye in the live well, and still hit 69 miles an hour with that V10. Got a 15 horse Pro kicker. Back here we've got storage compartments. I keep my washdown hose in there. The washdown pump is right here. That way if you net a fish, you get blood on the deck, you can just rinse it right off. The other side here, more of an access panel. Your pumps. Over here we've got the 1-plug charge. You plug this in, it's going to charge your house batteries and your trolling motor batteries all from 1 plug. Got pop-up cleats on both sides. Touch lights, you just touch that and your lights come on. Some cup holders and tool holders along here. Under here, this is where your house batteries are. You can, some guys run 1 dedicated house battery, 1 starting battery. You can fit 2 in here. Got 6 Cisco's on each side. Tubes, which are fully adjustable. You can turn them any way you want. Got long cradles, short cradles. This is where I run my dipsies mostly. You can also store a net in here. Back here guys, you see we've got storage on both sides. Both big storage boxes. Boat needs cleaned up. But storage back here, instead of having that horseshoe eating up room, a lot of this is a very underrated space. It doesn't look that big, but we'll include a picture of the amount of crankbaits boxes that I could fit back here. I run the double-sided Amish Outfitter boxes. You can fit 18 per box. I have hundreds of crankbaits back here where you're going to be running the back of your boat, swapping lures. All that's right here. You don't have to fumble around. You don't have to reach over anything to get your rods out of the rod holder. So that really opens up the space. You could easily get 3 guys here reeling in fish. Got a huge live well. It's all soapy. I know I've had 30 plus walleye in here before. No problem. On this side, the starboard side, this is where your longer rods are kept. This is where I keep my Dipsy rods. You can fit up to 13-foot rods on this side. Another pop-up cleat. If you were to run bags, a lot of guys think if you have a kicker and a bow mount, you don't need bags. But if you're in big waves, which this boat can definitely handle some big waves, sometimes bags help with wave surge to control your speed a little better. Over here, this other bifold door, that's where I keep my safety equipment. You can put life jackets, inflatables, whatever. Moving to the front, the Helm. You can see this is a digital throttle and select that has active trim, push button start. This is nice because it's fly-by-wire. There's no cable here. So when you put it, how it feels here is how it's going to feel on the water. Just really easy. Once you have this, you're not going to want to go back to the old cable. Zip wakes, very important. It's like a trim tab system, but instead of having the paddles in the back, they actually are telescopic. And this boat handles very well without them, but with it, in combination with the jack plate, it's unbeatable. You see you got your jack plate gauge there, USB ports here. This is sweet. This is where your net goes, your dip net, and it goes all the way in there so you can fully stow your net there, put your bump board back, and it's out of the way. I've got huge storage underneath here. It's where I keep my throwables. There's the active target boxes mounted there. That's storage on both sides. They're identical. It is lit, so if you're in there at night, you can see what you're doing. In here, this is a fully insulated cooler. I use it for storage. There's more cup holders here on the side. Big rod locker here that is lockable. Underneath of that is where your trolling motor batteries are and your onboard charger. So move to the front of the boat. Got storage on both sides. One side, they advertise that you can put a angle bait cooler in there. There is a receptacle if you had an aerator on that bait bucket. This side, storage. Both insulated. I fished a tournament. It was mid-June. It was pretty hot. I threw one small bag of ice in there at the beginning of the tournament. When I took the boat home, it still had ice in it. Identical storage on both sides. Pretty deep. You could fit a pile of Plano boxes in there. Small day box. This tray is removable if you wanted to put a foot pedal in there so that it's recessed and not sticking up out of the deck. We've got an HDS 9 if you're up here, you know, using your live sonar. This has a Minn Kota Altera on it. It's been flawless for me. Push a button, it self-deploys and self-stows. You can also adjust the trim. So if you are trolling the river and you're in different depths, you can raise it up or lower it down at the push of a button. There's more pop-up cleats here and touch courtesy lights. Brew City. Live sonar pole. Up front you've got trailer steps, which I guided out of this boat. I launch and load this boat solo 100% of the time. Without these steps, it would make things a lot more difficult. This makes it super easy to get in and out of the boat. So if you are at the dock or you're launching for the day, you can do everything from here. Lower it down, step in, go back to the helm, and back off the trailer. All right, guys, that was our walkthrough of our 2023 219 TFX that we have currently in stock here at Clemons Boats. If you want to give me a call, 419-684-5365, and I can take you on the water, take you for a rip, see how this thing rides.